Hello and welcome to Full Speed Sim Coaching. My name is Blake Townend. We're at Navarra Speed Circuit for week 4 of the BMW M2 Cup. Turn 1 is flat, run over apex. Approaching turn 2, you will see the track surface become darker. Just before this will be your braking point. I'm using 50% brake pressure initially before maintaining 40% and then gradually decrease. As we get to the apex, I'm increasing the pressure, peaking at 30% before decreasing again. Essentially, we're braking in a diagonal line. Notice how subtle I am with the steering wheel. As we exit turn 2, you want to be on the far left, peak brake pressure 30% and second gear entering turn 3. Hug the apex and ever so slightly kiss the red curb. Make sure you don't get on the power too soon, otherwise you'll pick up some snap oversteer. Turn 4 is flat, keep the steering minimal. Going into 4th gear and touching the apex will disrupt the balance slightly, so I'd advise making use of all of that, exit and run off. Turn 5 is quite bouncy, you have to brake before the curbing on the right begins. Fast on the brakes, getting up to roughly 60% brake pressure, and then trail braking at 20 to 25%. You will see the curbing on the left has tire marks. Ideally you want to get the left side tires on that, however as you can see I don't touch the apex at all because the bumps are pulling the car away from the apex. Use maintenance throttle and then 100% throttle. Turn 6 comes at you fast. Do your utmost to brake in a straight line, apply 40% brake pressure using the outside curb to your advantage. There's a patch of runoff that resembles a rectangle to your right. Use that as your reference point. You will notice that I'm actually counter steering a tiny amount under braking. I've hit the sweet spot of rotation. Take a late apex and keep the car in 3rd gear. Avoid using the black curbs. You want to prevent bouncing at all costs. Because I took a late apex, I avoid running wide on exit. Use the apex curve for turn 7, but not too much as again this part is bouncy and it will unsettle the car. Turn 7 is flat with a big bump on exit. Deliberately run wide on entry to turn 8, all 4 wheels beyond the white line. By doing this it will open up turn 8 beautifully. Brake before the 50-meter board on the right. 70% brake pressure and trail brake before getting back on throttle before you even reach the apex. Stay in 3rd gear. Avoid the red curb. I did get some snap oversteer and that did cost a small amount of time. Use all of the exit curb, but please be aware of the edge of the curb. Make sure you don't tire dip as it can result in you spinning. If you do end up over the edge with the left rear, keep the car straight before getting back on track. Stay in 4th gear down the straight and brake just before the 100-meter board as you enter turn 9. Use 80% brake pressure and then trail brake to apex. 2nd gear. Run over the black curbs, all 4 tires beyond the white line. Use maintenance throttle before going to full throttle. Run the car wide on exit curb to prevent scrubbing speed. Turn 10 is flat. Take a late apex and even tire dip on the grass to shorten radius. Keep all the way to the right. Brake just before the 50-meter board for turn 11, peaking at 60 to 65% brake pressure before trail braking to apex in 2nd gear. Use all of the apex, left side tires should even be touching the red paint slightly. Back to maintenance throttle and quickly unwind the steering wheel, then hard on the throttle using the exit curb plus some of the green painted area. Run over the white strip paint and as you do that you'll see your braking point for turn 12, which is the start of the painted curbing. Peak at roughly 55% brake pressure and trail brake up until 1 car length before apex. As you get really close to apex, get back to throttle gradually. Hit the apex but avoid the black curbing. Exit curb will come at you fast. Be mindful of the edge of the curb just like in turn 8. I was right on the edge, pushing the car and the track to the limits here. Approaching turn 13, use the grey and the start of the stripe curbing as your braking point. Using 75% peak brake pressure and placing my left side tyres slightly on the curbing to get a better trajectory. Trail brake near apex. Gradually increase throttle just before you hit the apex. As soon as your car leaves the apex, get back to full throttle. Car may slightly oversteer on exit. Because of my good exit, I don't need to use all of the track. Start moving all the way to the right side of the track to prepare for turn 14. I run over the red paint, so once I get to turn 14 apex, I'm using minimal steering input. Hit the apex and even tire dip with the left side tires. It will feel a little scary when you do that due to the bounciness and the lateral load. Be no more than in the middle of the track on exit as to not compromise turn 15 entry. Turn 15 comes at you fast. I'm braking at the beginning of the striped tire barrier to the left. Peak brake pressure is 75% and then trail brake into apex, 2nd gear. I actually missed the apex intentionally because this gives a much better drive out of the corner. To minimize tire scrubbing, allow the car to track out wide on exit curb. That was a 1 minute 49.427. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe button, and the bell notification. Thank you.